Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to English Mastery Hub. I'm Logan, and I'm so happy to see you here today. How are you doing? I hope you're feeling great and ready to learn something new. Today, we are going to talk about a very important topic: how to stay motivated when learning English. Learning English is like a long journey. Sometimes it feels fun and exciting, but other times it feels hard. You might even feel like giving up. But don't worry, you are not alone. I understand, because I have felt the same way before. The good news is that you can stay motivated. Today, I will share 5 simple tips with you. These tips helped me when I was learning English, and I believe they can help you too. They will make learning English more fun and help you stay inspired every day. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to English Mastery Hub. If you subscribe, you will never miss a lesson. Together, we can make learning English easy and enjoyable. Are you ready? Let's get started. Let's talk about the problem of staying motivated. Why do so many people lose motivation when learning English? It happens to many learners, and it's normal. Learning something new can be hard, and sometimes we feel like giving up. One big reason is that we expect fast results. We want to speak English perfectly in just a few weeks. But learning English, or any language, takes time. It's a slow process, and that's okay. Another reason is comparing yourself to other people. Maybe you see someone speaking English fluently and you think, "I'll never be as good as them." This can make you feel sad or frustrated. But here's something important to remember. Everyone learns in their own way and at their own speed. You don't have to be perfect. Nobody is perfect. What matters is that you keep trying. Even small steps are steps forward. If you learn one new word today, that's progress. If you practice speaking for 5 minutes, that's progress too. Sometimes people stop learning because they feel stuck. Maybe you don't understand a grammar rule, or you forget words you learned before. That's normal too. Mistakes and struggles are part of learning. You are not failing, you are learning. Another problem is that learning English can feel boring at times. Maybe you do the same exercises every day, and it's not exciting anymore. This can make you lose interest. But learning doesn't have to be boring. There are many fun ways to learn, like watching movies, listening to music, or talking with friends. Now, think about why you started learning English. Do you want to travel, get a better job, or talk to people from other countries? Your reason is important. It can help you stay motivated. When you feel tired or frustrated, remind yourself why you started. Also, don't forget to celebrate your progress. Did you learn 5 new words this week? Great job! Did you have a short conversation in English? That's amazing. Every small win is a big step forward. Staying motivated is not easy, but it's possible. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to learn everything in one day. You just need to keep moving forward, one step at a time. Think of learning English like climbing a mountain. The top of the mountain is your goal, like speaking fluently or understanding a book. Climbing the mountain takes time. Sometimes it's hard, and you feel tired. But every step brings you closer to the top. If you keep climbing, you will get there. When you feel like giving up, take a break. It's okay to rest, but don't stop forever. After your break, come back and try again. Learning is a journey, not a race. You don't have to rush, you just have to keep going. Remember, you are not alone. Many people are learning English just like you. They also face challenges, but they keep trying. You can do it too. Believe in yourself and keep working hard. And finally, enjoy the process. Learning English can be fun and exciting. Find things you love, like reading stories, watching videos, or playing games in English. The more you enjoy learning, the easier it will feel. So, when learning feels hard, don't give up. Take a deep breath and remember why you started. You are doing a great job, and every day you are getting better. Keep going, and you will reach your goals. I believe in you. When you're learning English, it's important to stay positive. One way to do this is to celebrate small wins. Small wins are little successes that show you are making progress. For example, maybe you learned a new word today. That's a small win. Maybe you watched a short video in English and understood some words. That's another small win. Or perhaps you had a short conversation with someone in English. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's still progress. When I started learning English, I made a mistake. I focused too much on what I didn't know. I felt like I wasn't good enough. But then I realized every small win matters. Learning a language is like building a wall. Each small win is like adding one brick. Over time, these bricks become a strong wall. So, don't wait for big achievements to feel proud of yourself. Celebrate the little things. Did you learn 5 new words this week? That's amazing. Did you understand a sentence in a song or a movie? Great job. Every small step counts. Here's an idea. At the end of each day, think about one thing you did in English. Write it down in a notebook or on your phone. It could be as simple as reading a sentence, learning a word, or listening to a short audio clip. This will help you see how much you are improving over time. Celebrating small wins gives you confidence. It reminds you that you are moving forward. It also makes learning English more fun. Instead of feeling stressed about what you don't know, you'll feel happy about what you've learned. When you feel proud of your small wins, it's easier to stay motivated. You'll want to keep learning and improving. Remember, big success is made of small wins. Keep celebrating, and you'll reach your goals faster than you think. When you are learning English, setting goals is very important. Goals help you know what you want to achieve and keep you moving forward. But it is important to set realistic goals, goals that are not too big or difficult. When I started learning English, I made a mistake. I set huge goals like, I want to be fluent in 6 months. It sounded exciting, but it was too much. After a few weeks, I felt overwhelmed. I started to think, this is too hard. I'll never do it. I wanted to quit. Then I learned to set smaller, more realistic goals. For example, instead of saying, I want to speak fluently, I said, I want to learn 10 new words this week. Or, I want to practice speaking for 5 minutes every day. These smaller goals were much easier to achieve. Every time I reached one of these small goals, I felt proud of myself. I thought, wow, I can do this. It gave me the energy to keep learning. Reaching small goals helped me believe in myself and stay motivated. Realistic goals can be different for everyone. Maybe your goal is to learn the names of the days of the week. Or maybe it's to understand a short conversation. Your goal could also be to watch a short video in English or read a simple paragraph. The key is to choose something that feels achievable. When you make your goal too big, it's easy to feel discouraged. But when your goal is small and realistic, you'll feel excited to work on it. Here's an idea. Write down one small goal for this week. It could be learning 10 new words, practicing with a friend, or even writing a simple sentence every day. When you achieve your goal, reward yourself. Do something that makes you happy, like listening to your favorite song or eating your favorite snack. Rewards are a great way to stay motivated. They remind you that your hard work is worth it. Over time, these small goals and rewards will add up to big success. Remember, learning English is a journey. You don't have to do everything at once. Focus on one small step at a time. Step by step, you will get closer to your goal. Keep going, and don't forget to celebrate your progress along the way. When learning English, it's normal to feel stuck sometimes. You might feel like you're not improving, or that it's too hard. I felt that way too. But when I felt stuck, I found inspiration. Looking for inspiration can help you feel better and give you the energy to keep going. One of the things I did was watch videos of people who spoke English well. I watched how they spoke and listened to what they said. It was amazing to hear them speak fluently. I thought, if they can do it, I can do it too. Watching these videos made me believe that learning English was possible for me. I also read success stories of people who learned English. Many of them started like me, feeling unsure and struggling at first. But they didn't give up. They kept learning, and slowly they became better at speaking English. When I read these stories, I felt motivated. I knew that I could do the same. Another thing that helped me was listening to English songs. Music is fun and can make learning feel easy. Sometimes the words in songs are a little difficult, but that's okay. You don't need to understand every word. Just enjoy the rhythm and the melody. Over time, you'll start to understand more words, and this will make you feel happy and inspired to learn even more. It's important to find things that inspire you. You can find inspiration in many places. Maybe you want to listen to a podcast in English or read a book by an English speaker. Or maybe you know someone who speaks English well. Talk to them and ask how they learned. Listening to their advice can help you feel encouraged. Another great way to get inspired is to join a community of learners. You can find online groups or social media pages where people share their English learning journeys. Seeing their progress will remind you that you're not alone. There are many people around the world working hard to improve their English. You can be part of that community too. Sometimes inspiration comes from setting small goals and celebrating when you achieve them. When you see that you're improving, even a little bit, it's very encouraging. Here's a simple practice idea for you. Find a story of someone who learned English successfully. You can watch a video, read an article, or listen to a podcast about their journey. As you listen to or read their story, think about how you feel. Does it inspire you? Do you feel more confident? Let their success help you keep going. When you feel discouraged, remind yourself of the progress you've made. Think about your own journey and what you have learned so far. You are already a step ahead of where you were before, and that's something to be proud of. Keep finding inspiration, and you will stay motivated to continue learning English. Remember, you can do this. Keep going, and don't let small setbacks stop you. Every time you feel stuck, look for something that inspires you, and use that inspiration to keep moving forward. You're on the right path. Learning English doesn't have to be boring. In fact, it can be fun. When I was learning, I found that making learning fun helped me stay motivated. Instead of seeing English learning as a chore, I started to enjoy the process. I found that this helped me keep going even when it felt hard. One thing I did to make learning fun was play English word games. There are many online games where you can practice English, and they feel like a game instead of studying. These games can help you learn new words and phrases in a fun way. I used to spend 10 to 15 minutes a day playing a word game, and it felt like I was having fun, not studying. Plus, I always learned something new. Another way I made learning fun was by singing along to English songs. Music is a great way to improve your English because you get to hear how native speakers say words. Songs also repeat words, so it's easier to remember them. When I listened to my favorite songs in English, I started singing along, and soon I knew the lyrics by heart. I would sing in the car, at home, or even when I was walking. It felt like I was practicing English while having fun. It helped me improve my pronunciation and listening skills, too. I also liked watching comedy shows in English. Comedy shows are funny, and you can learn a lot of everyday expressions and slang. The best part is that you get to hear how people actually speak. In movies or TV shows, the actors talk like real people, so it's easier to understand how English sounds in real life. Plus, it's fun to watch and laugh while you're learning. I found that comedy shows were not only entertaining, but they also helped me learn new words and phrases in a relaxed and fun way. Making learning fun is very important because when you enjoy what you're doing, you want to keep doing it. It doesn't feel like work anymore. It feels like play. If you don't like traditional studying, try to find something that you enjoy. For example, you can listen to podcasts, watch cartoons, or even join an online English challenge. The key is to find what makes you happy while you're learning. Here's a practice idea for you. Choose one fun activity to do in English this week. You can pick something that you already enjoy, like watching a funny movie, playing a language game, or listening to your favorite English song. When you do this, make sure to focus on the English words and phrases. Try to understand the meaning of the words and pay attention to how they sound. It will feel less like studying and more like having fun. For example, if you watch a movie, you can try to watch it in English without subtitles. If you don't understand something, that's okay. Just pause and try to guess the meaning from the context. If you play a language game, challenge yourself to learn new words and use them in sentences. You can even make a list of words that you want to remember. Remember, the more you enjoy the process of learning, the more you will want to keep going. Learning English is not just about sitting with a textbook. It's about using the language in real-life situations and making it part of your daily life. When you make learning fun, you are more likely to stick with it and see great results. Also, don't be afraid to try new things. You can make learning fun in many ways. If you enjoy cooking, try finding recipes in English and follow them. If you like sports, watch sports games in English and try to learn the vocabulary related to your favorite sport. If you're interested in art or history, read articles or watch videos about these topics in English. The possibilities are endless. The most important thing is to stay curious and keep finding ways to enjoy learning. When you enjoy what you're doing, it won't feel like a struggle. Instead, it will feel like something you look forward to every day. Learning English can be fun, and it's important to keep it that way. Don't worry if you don't get everything right at first. The more you practice, the better you will get. And the more fun you have, the more motivated you'll stay. Keep experimenting with different activities, and soon you will find your own way to learn English that makes you happy. So, make learning fun. Find activities that you enjoy and use them to practice English. It will make learning feel less like work and more like an adventure. Keep having fun and keep learning. You can do it. When I was learning English, I realized that one of the best ways to improve was by surrounding myself with the language. This means using English every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. At first, it can be a little hard, but with time, it becomes easier and more natural. The more you see and hear English, the more you will understand it. One simple way I surrounded myself with English was by changing my phone language to English. This might sound small, but it really helped me get used to seeing English every day. Every time I checked my phone, I saw English words. This simple change made me think in English more often, and soon it started to feel normal. If you use a phone or computer, try changing the language to English. You'll start seeing new words, and it will help you learn without even thinking about it. Another way I surrounded myself with English was by following English-speaking channels online. There are many YouTube channels, Instagram accounts, and podcasts where people speak English. I found channels that I liked, whether they were about cooking, travel, or technology. By watching or listening to these videos regularly, I was able to hear how native speakers use the language. It helped me learn new words and phrases and also gave me a better idea of how English is spoken in real life. Try to find a channel or podcast that interests you. This way, you will enjoy learning and improve your listening skills at the same time. Speaking is another important part of learning English. At first, I felt a little shy speaking English, especially when I was alone. But I realized that practicing speaking is one of the best ways to get better. Even if no one is around to listen, I practiced speaking English to myself. I would talk about my day, describe what I was doing, or even try to have small conversations in English. The more I practiced, the more confident I became. And even if I made mistakes, I didn't worry about it because practice makes perfect. It might feel a bit strange at first, but the key is to practice as much as you can. If you feel shy, start by speaking in front of a mirror. Talk about anything you like, your favorite foods, your plans for the day, or a story you read. This simple practice will help you get used to speaking English and make it feel more natural over time. Remember, the goal is to practice, not to be perfect. The more you speak, the more comfortable you will feel. I also found it helpful to use English in my daily life, even when I wasn't actively learning. For example, when I was shopping, I would try to remember the English names for things. If I saw a fruit, I would think to myself, this is an apple, or this is a banana. At home, I labeled things around me with their English names. I put stickers on my door, table, and even my clothes to remind me of the English words. This helped me learn new vocabulary and remember the words more easily. You can try this too. Label things around your house in English. It's a great way to add a little bit of English practice to your day. Listening to English is also very important. I would listen to English podcasts while traveling or walking to work. There are many free podcasts available online that you can listen to while doing other tasks. By listening to English regularly, I started to understand the language better. It helped me improve my listening skills and get used to how fast people speak. Try listening to an English podcast during your commute or when you're doing housework. Even if you don't understand everything, it's a great way to practice. Over time, you will start understanding more and more. Another simple way to surround yourself with English is to read. You don't need to read difficult books. Start with something simple, like children's books or short stories. I started reading books and articles in English, and it helped me improve my vocabulary and grammar. I also read news stories, blogs, and even social media posts in English. This daily reading practice helped me see how words are used in different situations. You can start by reading short articles online or even following English language social media account. Surrounding yourself with English doesn't have to take a lot of time. You can do it in small ways every day. The important thing is to make English a part of your life. The more you see and hear English, the more natural it will become. Soon you'll find that thinking in English becomes easier and that your speaking and listening skills improve. Here's a practice idea for you. Choose one way to surround yourself with English today. Maybe you can label items in your house with their English names or listen to an English podcast during your commute. You can also change the language on your phone or watch an English video. The more you surround yourself with English, the more you will improve. Don't be afraid to try new ways of learning. Find what works for you and make it a part of your daily routine. Remember, it's all about consistency. Little steps every day can lead to big improvements over time. Keep practicing and surrounding yourself with English. The more you do it, the better you will get. So, my dear students, staying motivated when learning English is not always easy, but it's definitely possible. Remember these 5 tips. Celebrate small wins, set realistic goals, find inspiration, make learning fun, and surround yourself with English. Learning English is a journey, and every step you take brings you closer to fluency. Don't focus on how far you still have to go. Celebrate how far you've already come. If you enjoyed today's lesson, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends who are also learning English. Stay positive, stay motivated, and keep practicing. You're doing amazing. I'm Logan, and I'll see you in the next lesson on English Mastery Hub. Keep going, you've got this.